Alright, we're trying some quick games with Breach. Working on learning it a little bit better to be able to explain it a little bit better. I guess we're on the play, we'll keep it. I feel like this hand might be borderline, but we'll try it. Need the red source, I suppose. Okay. Let's see, I guess we get steam vents here. Rumble, Tech Mox, Amber, I suppose. Pass. Really need to find a breach. So either my opponent is about to give us a diatribe about playing a tier 1 deck in a tournament practice room, or they're still learning MTG, which is a possibility. Okay. And 6. No, with those colors. Rumble themselves. Reanimator. Cool. Though I do suppose it is possible there's some type of weird creativity deck with an all mountain mana base, so that's just game, right? Kind of dumb. We went a little bit prematurely there. Bless you. Vulture. Okay. Alright, opponent understands the writings on the wall. We move on. Up against Reanimator. Spell Snare seems fine. The Jason here in case they have surgical. Get a copy of Nature's Claim in here. Down on Holy Heat. Cameo and I learned to navigate the post-board games, which is part of the reason why we're playing a little bit more matches. Sure, we'll try it. Sweet on. So we got late on a survey land here. Obviously looking for grinding station. Yep, looks like we're up against creativity. I wondered even with the Malevolent Rumble if they were on it, but now we have a pretty good confirmation that they are. It's like one of the worst draws in our deck. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hope sinking this Duper Slash or is a Saga activation. Mm-hmm. sure. Okay. Gotta love MTG freezes here. Probably gonna get a Mox Opal. Soul Guide. Eat their Archon. Come on. You can do it. Come on, MTGO. Chugga chugga. Yes, no, maybe. Come on. So you really did bring in Fatal Push against the combo deck. Mm-hmm. Creativity for 3 will get us here, unfortunately. Guess we should wait and see what exactly they have in store creativity-wise. Mm-hmm. disruption is only... Alright, I select play first. Go ahead and pass. Put it with turn 1 Thoughtseize. Like this crap ain't boring enough in Pioneer. Oh no, Faithless Looting, so we make it turn 2 to... Archon? Nope. Rumble. Mm-hmm. Sure. Alright, so... Grinding Station. Breach. Turn 3 GG. I don't know why they insisted on so many fatal pushes. Like, I guess in some regards you need to be able to contain Tamiyo and Emery, but it really felt like they had the full complement of fatal pushes, the full complement of bitter triumphs in their list. Can't recall if we saw Fable last round, and then obviously they played Persist in their list, so. Alright, so let's take a look at the Breach version that we're running in today's short video. So a lot of lists have been going to just 3 grinding stations, in addition to the 4 breaches. Grinding station really isn't good until, well, you're winning the game. Other than that, it doesn't really do a whole lot, whereas Breach, Breach can be a value card with Mishra's Baubles, Preordains, buying back things like Tamiyo. So Breach on its own doesn't always have to be game winning, so it can be decent to draw in multiples. Whereas Grinding Station, once again, really only good when you're trying to win the game. Now, as far as the execution, Grinding Station, an Underworld Breach, and a 0 mana artifact usually. With Mox Opals and banning, you now have 11, up to 12 to choose from. 4 Mishra's Baubles, obviously, and then 3 Mox Amber, 4 Mox Opal. Allows you to, basically for each Mox, you mill 3, buy back, mill 3, buy back, get a bunch of Storm Count. Then you can win with either Thassa's Oracle or Grape Shot. Using Mox Opal all the way to generate mana, potentially Mox Amber if you have a Tamiyo or a Emery in play. That's why a lot of the old versions before Mox Opal's unbanning had Thassa's Oracle. Now it doesn't really matter as much which one of the two is your win con, with Grape Shot potentially being slightly better in certain situations. Oracle in a lot of ways is similar to Grinding Station. And that's not really doing a whole lot until you win the game. Now, Grinding Station can do a little bit more, can grind you for a little bit of value, finding stuff off of your emeries and such. So it's not completely useless until you win the game, but this is mainly your I win the game button. The rest of the deck, Preordains and Malevolent Rumbles to help you find your missing combo piece. Tamiyo and Emery just play nicely with the strategy in general. Tamiyo obviously with the ability to draw cards or potentially win the game with the ultimate. Emery just being a value engine to drive your opponent nuts. A couple copies of Unholy Heat to interact with your opponent's problematic creatures or slow them down. Swan Song, counter target enchantment, instant or sorcery. Can be an anti-counter spell card. Can also be reasonable against any type of enchantment hate, though that's very rarely in the main deck that I'm aware of. Your other bullet targets for your Fort Resist Saga is either Spellbond to bounce a problematic creature, Haywire Might to blow up a hate card of some kind, Soulguide Lantern for opposing graveyard strategies, Flame of Venor as kind of a split card. Obviously, Tamiyo is a wizard, Emery is a wizard, so this benefits nicely and can help in kind of the grindier games. Split card, destroy target artifact, draw 2 cards, or deal 5 damage to target creature. And then obviously you're an Urza's Saga deck. You can obviously win with Saga Beats if your opponent's hate cards are just too much. One Hazing, or one Hedge Maze, one Breeding Pool, one copy of Stomping Ground, and one copy of Steam Vents. One Mountain, one Plains, one Mountain, one Island. 2 Shifting Woodlands to be able to copy things out of your graveyard, especially since you have a bunch of card types in your deck. It's not that hard to turn on Delirium, so you can either copy a Grinding Station or an Underworld Breach if you need to. And then the sideboard, you have a myriad of different options, but most of yours is dealing with your opponent's potential hate cards. Things like Boseiju, things like Nature's Claim, things like Flame of Venor, just to deal with different hate cards your opponent can have. Mostly graveyard hate, obviously, or artifact hate. It's one of the things like Collector Oof and Pest Control, Stony Silence, most graveyard hate, like Leyline of Sanctity, Leyline of the Void, Rest in Peace. A lot of those are good at quite shutting the combo down, but you also have to account for the Urza's Saga portion of things. And then you have 2 copies of Whip Flare, 1 copy of Unholy Heat for any type of creature shenanigans. Jace Wilder of Mysteries is a secondary win con in the post-board games where Surgical Extraction can be a thing. Spell Snare is just a random good one of, and then 4 Consign to Memory against Eldrazi, and it does have surprisingly other uses. But that is Temur Breach that you saw in this video against Jund Creativity. As always, if you do like modern content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you for our next video.